So let's talk about how to set up 2019 as your year of freedom. I'm going to give you very specific things. The year of freedom. Building your base. Okay? Building your foundation. Your base. See, the thing about building is that a building doesn't go up unless the foundation is put in place. And it takes most of the time to put the foundation in place before they frame the house, before they build the building. It takes about as much time to put the foundation or more time, and then the frame goes up like that. There's a reason for that, and this is your year to build your foundation. Okay, so building your foundation in selling, recruiting, and building your foundation. So these are ways to clear the decks for you to make this year your year, a year of focus, a year of bearing down on what is important to you. So number one, you got to get clear on what you value. You have to get totally clear on what you value, all right? What do you value in your life? I would ask you, if there was a fly in the wall following you around day to day to day, would your schedule and what you do reflect what you value? Alex, I value time with my family. Okay, so why are you at work all the time, not spending time with your family? Alex, I value making money. Okay, then how come you're not building the business and selling insurance like you could? Alex, I value travel. Then why the heck aren't you doing 10 grand a month to make the trip to Paris or make the trip to Alaska or the next trip, right? Is your schedule and what you do reflect who you are and what you value? And what's scary is a lot of you, if you ever did like a self-assessment, it's scary that if you wrote down everything you did in the day, it does not even come close, right? You get to choose this, right? Is what you value maximizing your financial success, right? Is what you value spending time with your family? Is what you value travel and seeing God's creation? Do you want to make an impact in the world? Do you value making an impact in other people's lives? Do you value your mission that God gave you? What do you value? You can't do 20 things that you value. You can only focus on 2 or 3 of the things that you value, right? And you got to figure that out. I have a great video on scheduling. My scheduling video talks about prioritization and determining what you value so you can build your schedule on it. But you got to get clear on that, because if you're not clear on this, then nothing makes sense in what you do. But here's what the thing. When you clarify what you value and you line up what you do with what you value, that is the key to happiness. That is key to fulfillment. That is the key to making you feel powerful that you're accomplishing something in your life. Where you get aggravated and where you get frustrated is when those 2 things don't line up. How many of you value something, but the things that you're doing does not get you what you value? That's why you're frustrated, why you wake up depressed, why you work every day not getting anywhere. It's because those 2 things don't line up. We have opportunity for you in this business to get the fulfillment that you're looking for, which leads to happiness. Happiness does not come from doing fleeting things that make you feel good. You know, that's hedonism. We're not talking about hedonism, man. We're talking about true happiness, which comes through fulfillment. And that's when what you value align with what you do. And that everything you're doing every day gets you closer to the things you value in life, right? Number 2, big word here, deliberately, I think I spelled that right. Create your schedule towards what you value. I've learned in this business a long time ago when I got in that I am a creature that does what is on my calendar. I become a slave to my calendar because I put it on my calendar, I will do it. If I don't put it on my calendar, I won't do it. And so what I've done is I've created a calendar that reflects what I value in my life, right? What I value is not what you value. It may be the same, may not be, right? But I value certain things that I set up my calendar deliberately, that I'm doing those things that get me closer to what I value. That I do those things that will exclude other things, so I know when I wake up every morning, I put specific things in place, right, to get me there. You got to deliberately create your schedule, and I will help you with that. Again, my schedule video goes into exactly how to do this, right? But at the end of the day, when you look at your calendar, does it reflect what you value? If it does, you're on the right track. If it does not, then you aren't. Then you are not. Number 3, hold yourself accountable. Hold yourself accountable. This is a huge thing, gang. I cannot hold you accountable because ultimately you hold yourself accountable. Like, I could be a running buddy, I could like counsel you, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I think or say about you. What matters is what you think about you and holding yourself accountable to what you do. See, because the beauty of having a schedule is now you have something to be accountable to. Did I do that action or did I not do it? It's simple. Did I do it or did I not do it? Did I do it with quality or did I just go through the motions? That's another level, gang. Did I really put myself and invest myself with love, with commitment in that activity, or did I just go through the motions? When I put that schedule to spend time with my family, did I just go and watch TV with them, or did I interact with them, play games with them, and interact with them and in their lives? Again, you can hold yourself accountable to doing it or investing yourself in it, but you have to do it. You have to, see, that's where your self-image comes from, is from you holding yourself accountable. If you want to get successful in life in anything you do, it has to come from you holding yourself accountable to what you value and what you do to get those things that you value. That's where your self-image comes from. And when your self-image goes up, gang, then your income goes up, that your happiness goes up, your fulfillment goes up. But you have to do this yourself. Man, I've had people tell me, Alex, I need you to hold me accountable. Bro, dude, I'm not a kick butt kind of manager. I'm not. I'm sorry, you came to the wrong place. Because if you make me do it, then your self-image is terrible. You will never grow your self-image if you make me the person that holds you accountable. Andy Albright never held me accountable. He just judges my results. I have to hold myself accountable. That's where my self-image comes from. That's where your self-image comes from. How do you do that? Okay, so here I'm going to give you a tip. It comes the schedule thing. Book your calendar in 15-minute increments. I'm big on this 15-minute increment thing. I remember back in the days when we were doing the Franklin Planner. Okay, I learned how to use the Franklin Planner program. And what's cool about that is that it taught me that all the rich people book their time in 15-minute increments, right? They're accountable to their calendar if they fill their calendar with 15-minute increments of things. Now, if you're going to dial the phone, that might be 4 increments of 15. It could be 6 increments of 15. And then the next 15, you're taking a break and reading a book. And then the next 3 increments of 15, you're going back dialing. Do you see how powerful 15-minute increments work? Because you can get more done when you hold yourself accountable to 15-minute increments. And so I'd ask you to track your day. How many times do you blow off 15 minutes? When that 15 minutes could get you closer to what you value. I'm a big believer in the 15-minute increment schedule. That's how you hold yourself accountable. Number 4. Get good at saying the word no. The question you have to ask yourself is, will this decision of this next thing that I want to do or put in my calendar, will this get me closer to what I value, or will it get me further away? Now look, if you value health and wellness and working out, then you need to put that in your schedule, right? You need to put that in your schedule. Maybe it's early in the morning before you get everything going. Maybe it's late at night. Maybe it's in the middle afternoon. But if you book it in your calendar, but look, everything you put in your calendar, you're saying no to a bunch of other things. Remember that your decision and choices automatically exclude the other things in your life. So you've got to make sure you exclude the right things, not the wrong things. Does that make sense? Get good at saying no. Get good at not committing to commitments that doesn't serve the things that you care about. So don't get sucked down by family, by obligations, by church, by everything that does not align with what you value. Be good at saying no, gang, and clearing the decks, clearing the junk out of your head of what you need to accomplish. Number 5. This one's super important. This is where your income producing activities will rock. Create systems for everything, right? Create systems for everything and delegate. Delegate the things that you don't need to be doing. It's kind of like a water filter. If you don't have a water filter in your house, you are a water filter. If you don't have an admin helping you with the administrative crap, then you are an admin, which is $10 an hour work. My value of my time is like $1,000 an hour. Like Andy Albright's probably, $10,000 an hour. So if Andy Albright treats his time as $10,000 an hour, I treat my time as $1,000 an hour. Why don't you treat your time like $1,000 an hour or $200 an hour? Okay, why not delegate? Well, actually, I don't have money to delegate $10 an hour work. Bro, write one extra app a week. Now you got $500 to buy, let's say, 10 hours. Let's say you get 10 hours of someone else's time for $100. There are a lot of people out there that are willing to work for 100 extra bucks a week on, on a very as-needed basis kind of a thing. But like that extra 10 hours can help you make another 3 or 4 sales. Do you understand that? Leveraging your time, it's an arbitrage of your time. You trade $10 an hour work for $100 an hour work, which turns into $200, which turns into $1,000, which turns into $10,000. Does that make sense? What you're doing is you're leveraging. But you got to create systems. What are ways to create systems? I have other people access to my calendar. When my wife needs me to be at an appointment, she just puts it on my calendar. Like when my recruiting staff has an important interview that I got to do with someone sharp, they put it on my calendar. My calendar gets booked. And then when I wake up every morning, I've got all these things that I got to do, and I fit these other things in that I need to do. It's a system I created, so I don't got to think about it. Does that make sense? You have to create systems. My wife tracks our taxes. Who tracks your taxes? Well, I guess I have to. Bro, seriously? You're going to get in trouble with the IRS, man, if you do it all yourself. It's worth it to hire someone to get that crap out of your life. All you got to do is track. You have to have a system to track. This is one of the best systems you can create is apps. You've got tracking apps on your phone for taxes, for mileage, that you can just instantly, it'll track you GPS. You just put in, I'm leaving for a taxable event, and it'll track your GPS to and from. It'll tell you your mileage. Man, this is the best way to create systems in this, right? Create a system for everything so that you don't have to worry about it, that it's not in your head, okay? A calendar system. Like my calendar, here's what's great about my calendar. I use Google Calendars, and everything I put in here goes to my Google Calendar. My team has access to my Google Calendar. You guys actually through Time Trade have access to my Google Calendar because my Time Trade account links to my Google Calendar. So when you book me for a coaching call, boom, it goes into my Google Calendar. That's how you have access to my time, right? This rocks. Google Calendar rocks, man. Number 6, and this is the last one. Work, but not workaholic. Work, but not workaholic. How do you work but not be a workaholic? A workaholic is really a misnomer. A workaholic is someone who don't know their values, right? I just taught you, you got to focus on 2 or 3 values and then let's go for that. You no longer become a workaholic, right? But here's the key to that is create the habits, create the systems, create the calendar that puts you on the track of work that will get you leverage of time to get you freedom. Freedom to enjoy your life with all the things that you value because you are chasing those things. Does that make sense? So you're creating the work habits that you do every day through creating systems that will keep you on the work habit, all centered on the calendar that you put together for yourself. All right? So that is it. That is it. Man, 2019 is your year when you can do this. And then let me just say 2 more things. I got that announcement. Agency manager, baby, 85%. Here's what it looks like. 25,000, a leg that does 25,000, leg that does 15,000, leg that does 7,500, and the leg that does $1. Total volume of 50,000. You can do this, man, and I will help you do this. We're going to build depth in these organizations. We're going to find people that will do this. All you need are 3 good legs and someone who just wants to sell. I mean, it'd be awesome if they wanted to network and build a business. This is your focus this year because I'm going to help you do this. Once you get here, it's just your retirement income, man. I promise you. It's your retirement income. All right.